Hello everyone, welcome to today's English class, which is part of a video class series. I am Asif. Today we are going to discuss a story as part of this class. The title of the story is Matchbox. It is written by Ashapurna Debi. She is a Bengali writer. In a couple of minutes, I'll give you a very short summary of the story, the gist of the story, what the story is about, what's the theme of the story, who the characters of the story. Hope we will understand all these things after this class. Simply put, this is the story of a woman named Nomida. Nomida is the protagonist of this story. Are you familiar with the word protagonist? Protagonist means the central character in a story. So Nomida is the central character in our story. She is born and brought up in a very poor family. She has no father, and her mother, as you know, is a widow, and she is a very poor woman. But Nomida was married off to a very rich family. Ajit. Ajit is the name of her husband, and he is a rich, affluent man. You might be wondering how a rich man like Ajit, could marry a poor girl like Nomida. Can you guess why? Some of you might have rightly guessed. Why Nomida was married to Ajit? Why Ajit married Nomida? Because Nomida was a very pretty, very beautiful woman. I have a question here for you. Do you think in a society, women are judged, women are valued based on their beauty and appearance rather than what they really are, rather than their potential, taking into account their potentials and abilities? Okay, I leave that to your thought. Now let's dive into the story Matchbox. Let's take the title first. Matchbox. I've told you this is a story of Nomida, a woman. Then why is it titled Matchbox? Or the Ashapurna Debi starts her story like that. Women are compared to matchboxes. Why? Do you know? And she invites us to read the story because the story is the answer of that. In the story, she explains why women are called matchboxes, why women are compared to matchboxes, and why the story is titled Matchbox. The main conflict in the story is over a letter bomb. Nomida finds accidentally a letter hidden in the pocket of her husband Ajit. Who wrote the letter? To whom? And what is the content of the letter? Actually, the letter was written by Nomida's mother. And it was addressed to Nomida herself. Ajit took it, opened it, and kept it in his pocket. What's the problem with it, you might wonder? The thing is this, Nomida has always asked Ajit not to open her letters and not to read them. But Ajit, no matter what she says, he always opens the letter and reads them. Why does Nomida insist her letters should not be opened and read by Ajit? What's special in the letter? Actually, it is a letter written by a mother to her daughter. So what's in such a letter? The thing is this, mother always writes letters, and in her letters she asks for money. Mother is a poor widow, we know, and Nomida now is living in a very rich family. So mother always asks for money. Nomida feels it's a kind of shame. Her mother is always asking money from the son-in-law. That is why Nomida is trying to hide the letter. But this time, like other times, Ajit has opened and read the letter. And even he didn't hand over the letter, give the letter to Nomida. This made Nomida very furious. This made Nomida very angry. She started to quarrel with Ajit. Nomida asked, "Why do you open my letters?" Ajit said, "What if I open your letters? Haven't I told you not to open my letters? Then I'll definitely open your letters." So in this manner, the quarrel, it went on. Nomida and Ajit used some abusive words at each other. Ajit even called Nomida a dung picker's daughter and her mother a kind of beggar. This infuriated Nomida. She is very angry, and all of a sudden she became out of control, and in a fit of anger, Nomida took a box, a matchstick, and started to burn a sari. This was quite unexpected. Ajit was shocked, startled. He jumped from his seat and tried to put out the fire. Quite fortunately, it was then a young member of the family. There's a joint family with a lot of members, and a young member of a girl of the family came and called Nomida. It was then we find another phase of Nomida. She acted as if nothing has ever happened. She appeared to be quite normal in front of the family members. And from this point, Ashapurna Debi draws a conclusion. She says, "This is why I say women are like matchboxes. They have the potential to burn the entire Lankas. They have the potential to burn the mass of men. They have the potential to burn the countries and everything. But, like a matchbox, but they choose to. That's their choice. They choose to remain calm. They choose to remain meek and innocent. In the kitchen you can find them. In the pantry you can find them. As they are it's very safe them to put in pocket, men put them in pocket." So in Ashapurna Debi's Matchbox, the title and the very matchbox become a very powerful metaphor for the condition of women, the nature of women, and how women are treated and how women partake in our society. Now once again we'll take a very quick look at the main characters and main points in the story. There are mainly 3 characters in the story. First one is Nomida, Ajit, and mother of Nomida. Nomida is a housewife. She is a very beautiful woman and she was born in a poor family. She is married to Ajit. Ajit, the next character, is a very rich man. He married Nomida because she was very beautiful, and he reads the letters of Nomida and he abuses Nomida and her mother. Finally, mother of Nomida, she is a widow, a poor and helpless woman. She sends letters to Nomida, her daughter, asking for money. That is the story, Matchbox, in a nutshell. Hope you understood the roles of the main characters and the series of events in the story and something about the theme and title of the story. Thank you.